I'm Leslie, and today I'm going to talk about Baroque music. Before I start, I want to tell you why I chose this topic. Not before long, I watched a movie called Vernerly, and it's a movie about a boy called Carlo. He's a boy with wonderful voice. People who heard his voice thought that it is so wonderful that it must be from heaven. And when he grew up, he became a castrato, which many people think is strange because no one knows what happened. His brother, called Ricardo, says that it's because of an accident. And because of this accident, he needs to become a castrato in case he wants to live. But in the end, the truth is that his brother thinks that Carlo has such a wonderful voice that if he changes his voice, which boys always do when they're 12 or 13 years old, it will be a great waste. It will be a waste that people cannot listen to this wonderful voice. So he make Carlo become a castrato, which Carlo doesn't really know about it. And this movie makes me curious about Baroque time because think about it. What kind of great environment will that your own brother become a castrato just because he got a wonderful voice? If any of you had a brother, or just imagine if you have one, will you let him become a castrato just because his voice is beautiful? I think mostly not. So I want to know more about this and know more about why did this happen and why does something so abnormal happen at that time. The origin of Baroque time, it's about 1600 to 1750s, which starts at the end of Renaissance music and ends at the start of classical music, which is the main part of classical music, but that's not the part. And it is also called misshapen period because many strange things happened at that time. For example, castrato mostly happened at that time because like classical music at that time, they don't have these people. And the characteristics of Baroque music or Baroque time is that noblesse. The noblesse got the most power, they got most power on them, and so they build many beautiful things and they have many musicians work for them and make many music that they thought that was beautiful and royalty. And polyphony. Polyphony is something it's a kind of music and it is prosperous at the time of Baroque time because at classical music and at the time before, it's not so popular because people don't really like that kind of music. But at that time, because of the noblesse that they got the power, so they love that kind of music. It makes them feel really powerful. And castrato. This is the main point and the most important thing at that time, which make them be called as the misshapen period. And Handel. There are many famous musicians at that time, for example, Handel and Bach. But Handel is one of the musicians that happened to be acted in the movie that I just said. So I will just introduce this musician. He make many music like mass and opera, which like Messiah and water music and the music for the royal fireworks. Those are the musics that are mostly for the noblesse, which I just said that they are powerful. So they want music that meant for them, that when they play the music, they know that, oh, the royal are coming. And as for the mosses, you can see that there's a very famous one called Hallelujah. It's one of the most famous or most played that many places play this music because that it's very good. And for people, they also stand up and clap just because at the first time the England king think that it's so wonderful that he stand up and clap, and so it's become a tradition that whenever people hear this music, they stand up and clap. And this is what he looks like. Okay, so before I end my presentation, I want to say that Baroque time is something very strange and creepy, but also there are many beautiful music because not many people play their music afterwards beside the Hallelujah part and all kinds of things because their music are pretty hard to play, and also as for their singing part, that the music they make are only for castrato because other people cannot do all these stuff. And castrato can sing super high, like even higher than the girls. And this is where my information are from. Thank you for your attention.